So you kindly be mindful with what you do. Okay. So I'll be sharing with you guys the slide that I'll be using for this afternoon. And then before I start or before I begin, I'd like to clarify muna ha. Okay. So I know every one of you here would want the tasks na I've given to be performed as early as possible. Okay, like I understand that you have your time, sayangan mo sa oras. But then again, we have a timeline that we need to follow as well. Okay? I appreciate those who do their tasks ahead of time, but I also appreciate those who respect also as well the timeline that I'm giving. Okay? Because I know now with the timeline that I've laid upon you sa inyo ha, I think we can do it mansad. Okay? So just relax lang. Don't put too much pressure in yourself. Okay? By the time that you do that, that's the time that you will not enjoy learning. Okay? That's the time na you will stress out, you'll be bombarded and end up not doing anything. Okay? So I hope you understand that concern. Okay? So let's start muna with the idea like what should be sir ano bang una namin gagawin, okay? So to set the record straight, okay? So 'di ba I've given you the introduction, the basics of what an IS, 'di ba? Even gali sa ano pa sa prelim I've already introduced what an IS or what an information system is. Now, with the idea na I'll be giving you the task performance. So it's not enough na I only give you the basic, okay? So the part where you do research will be your next step na po dayon, okay? Like you do research, okay? Because I will just guide you mansad, okay? This is college already. There's no more spoon feeding here, okay? Kanang it's not only nga all of the outputs are coming from our end or from the teacher's end. You need to do also research work because that will be the end goal, man. Like we need to provide or we need to produce graduates who can work on their own, who can do research with minimal supervision. Okay, if we do this one like you're still high school, it will no longer be beneficial on your end. Okay, what will be the consequence if we will tolerate something like that? When you go to your workplace, you can no longer work without anyone telling you, di ba? I think that's a horrible thing to do or a horrible sight to see when you are in the workplace na dayon. Okay? So right now, what we are teaching you is that we give you the basics, we give you what's necessary, but if you will we will give you tasks, it's no longer like ang others are sending me message nga, sir, wala man nimo gihatag sa amo ang code. Wait sa, I'm giving you the concept. I provided you with the basic. The advance is no longer the task na dayon. Okay? The task of the teacher. Kaya wala ni learning may tabo dan. Ang may tabo kay you're just replicating what I am doing. Okay? So I hope you understand my end. That's why I need to discuss this one sa inyo. Okay? So to set the record straight, I will give you what you call this one. I will give you the basic. I'll give you the guidance that you needed, but with the way like how you should find it out, that will be part of your research work, di ba? Remember, part of the characteristic of a graduate, a tertiary graduate for 2020, for the 20th century should be a research oriented. Okay? Di ba? Hindi mo na pwedeng iratag sa teacher. Okay, I hope you understand on that one. Okay? Okay, so I'll be giving you the basic features. So ako na ipanglista. Isa-isa ko na ako na ipag-discuss and then I hope you understand as well. If you have questions, I will entertain it after na sa akong discussion. Okay? So if nasa mo rin nga part silbi, you kindly notice kay ako yung ihatag lang gidani is the basic and then if you can get it automatic, you'll get 80% out of 100. Okay? If you can do more, again, I'm giving you the basic. If you can provide more, then I will give you more than 80. But if you can just give me the basic, these are the minimum requirements. Okay, so if you can give me this one, then I'll give you 80. If you can go beyond, then I can give you more than 80. Nakuha ba? Give me a thumbs up, Dabi. The sabtan ba akong ipangyaw-yaw din ni? Kaya para klaro. Sige, Dabi. Okay? Sige. So for example, if you're assigned in the CRM, you have your basic features, di ba? So again, if you are CRM1, yung na-assign sa inyo na application or module na i-develop using Java. Okay, kasi may nag-PM pa sa akin ng isang araw, sir, ano yung gagamitin namin? Or sa Bisaya pa, sir, siya, gamito na mo dani Java, gyapon. Hala, ako bigito kay Java. So Java, gid ang atong ikuan, di ba? So for content management 1, CRM, so ang inyong button are the following, the two only, okay? The first one is it should be able to insert your module or your application should be able to insert, display, edit, and delete a contact. And of course, categorize and display contacts based on certain categories like salary, gender, address, or whatever category na inyong mahinunduman. Okay? So kung amo ang CRM1, if you can perform the two bullets, then I can give you the 80%. Okay? If you are in CRM2 for customer support management, ang inyo is that you are to record, delete, edit a new complaint, and then ikadua dahil is the other way around, like you write a feedback about the complaint. So ang purpose ng CRM is that, for example, if you will be, like if you're the customer and then ICRM ang isa kumpanya, na sila feature or they have a feature like what you call a complaint desk bitaw or a customer support, kumbaga. So on that particular portal or area, you are provided, like me as a customer, I am provided with an interface. Like I will give out my details and then I will file a complaint, okay? Just an example complaint lang. And then on the other end na po, sa administrator or the one who handles the complaints, he or she can provide feedback as to how the customer should or how should the company address the complaint, okay? So sa customer support management. So if you can give me the two, or if you can provide the two, then I can give you the 80%. The second one for the project management. So for project management, you have two applications you can develop. So if you're assigned for PM1, you are now under task management. For PM2, you will be under cost management. Okay. For task management, you have here, for example, create a new task. The function equivalent for create is insert. Okay, like you are creating a new one, that's inserting. Okay. The second one is assigning a task. The third one is notifying the member about the task. And of course, the fourth one is changing the task status. Like for example, if the task is already assigned, and then if the member would say, okay, I'm done with the task. Okay, so the member can then update the task like this one is done, and then someone's calling me. And of course, what do you call this one? Wait, can you still hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
okay, so if you're under cost management, diba? If you're under cost management, then that's the time na you can, for example, this one, you can create the budget for, create a project with a budget. For example, the project is 100 million or 1 million lang siguro. If the project is 1 million, then the module can record materials with the price. For example, 1 million. Dayon, the project will need a, for example, table. So the tables cost 100,000. So that would mean that the project will then have a information nga the project spends a 100,000 for tables and the remaining budget is 900,000. Okay? So that's cost management already. That's only part of the module. Next, you have the LMS. Okay? For LMS, those who are assigned for LMS1 will do the function, will do the following functions. You have here, create a new class and then create a new student. Again, yung equivalent ng create is just like inserting, okay? And then you have here assign a student to a class, okay? So assigning, like for example, if the student will be assigned to, for example, app dev 1A or app dev 2A, so that will be an assignment. And then filter the display based on class. Like for example, I would want to view only students who are under app dev 2A, app dev 2B, okay? That's a filter, okay? The second one is assessment management. Ito, pag nakuha ito, I'm not giving 80 for this one kasi medyo malaki itong LMS2. Like, if I would say like, it would need creativity and of course logic if you'll be assigned here kaning sa 2. So I'm giving an 85% if you can get the minimum, okay? So create a 10 item quiz, grammar na siya. 10 item multiple choice quiz and then compute the score after taking the quiz. And of course, displaying all scores who took the quiz. Okay. So for example, if you are the one who's using the system, you are then allowed to create at least 10 questions. So in each question, iba-ibang form yan, okay? Or you can have it in one form, kayo bahala. For as long as it's, I'm giving you the freedom and then the creativity on how you will design your GUI. Diba? Unlike our previous activities, yung ginagamit natin is that we have a reference. Ngayon, you can design on your own, okay? And then the last one is to display all the scores who took the quiz. So for example, the first one who took is Sir Jeffrey, and then he got 9. So yan, the last part makikita yan. Okay? And then, for example, yung pangalawa is ako, yung nag-take, tapos ang nakuha ko lang is 5/10. Okay? So both our scores will be displayed on the last part. Okay? The third one, am I right? The third one, and the fourth one, the e-commerce. For e-commerce, you have it here. For catalog management, you are to create a new product with details. Yung again, yung word na create, it's just like inserting a new product with details such as name, description, quantity, and photo. So I think someone sent me a message. Was I forgot the last name? Kabaktulan, are you? Ito yung sa inyo, di ba? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hindi po pwede na walang photo kasi may product yan. Okay? So photo is required. And then, ito, display all products both in table form. Pag nasa table, wala ng product. And then display all products in catalog form. Okay, like yung para na siyang brochure kumbaga. Okay? So, for catalog management, it's just plainly creating a catalog or inserting a new product. Okay? Now, for order management naman, you have it here. Those who are assigned for e-commerce 2. So you have it here, create a new order form, a new order from the list of products, and then calculate the total amount. It could either be a single or multiple orders. So for example, bumili siya ng laptop tsaka keyboard. Okay? So that will be multiple order kasi dalawa yung kinuha niya. Or yung kinuha lang niya is laptop. So that will be also calculated. And then display all lists, orders, and status. Okay? If the order is, like for example, you'll be provided with a table, then if I click that certain name, then the order or the details of his order will be displayed in another form na po. Okay? Or kayo na bahala kung ano yung kung paano nyo gawin yan. It could either be on another form or in the same form. Okay? Number 5, you have here financial information systems basic features. So if you are assigned in the general ledger, okay, so ito lang yung gagawin nyo. You are to create a new entry either for debit or for credit, and then calculate the total debit and credit for the month, and then yung for the year. Okay? So it's just simple accounting. So balikan nyo muna yung mga simple accounting ninyo. Okay? Debit means may papasok na pera, di ba? Pag credit naman, it means na there's an expense that will be accounted for. Okay? Yung sa accounts receivable naman, ito is a money na hindi pa, like money counted as profit but then hindi pa natatanggap ng company. Okay? So, the first one is that you record a customer account receivable. Okay, for example, meron akong accounts receivable kang Daniel, okay, na 100,000. And then, the second one is that record any payment. Like for example, magbabayad ako kang Daniel ng partial lang, like 5,000. Okay, that will be recorded as partial, but then, if I will check his or her account, then I will be provided with description or information na from 100,000, yung nabigay mo lang is 5,000, tapos you still have a remaining of, what you call this one, 95,000. Okay? That's a simple module lang kumbaga. Now, again, if you can provide me with this one, of course, I can give you 80%, okay, of the total score. Okay, now if you would want more, then provide me, or if you can think, like for example, I'll give you an example. So for example, in assessment management, di ba, you have it here, display all scores who took the quiz, di ba? Simple display will give you 80. But if you will provide a ranking, like kung sino yung first, second, third, that will be an additional 5 points. Okay? Kumbaga, there's relevance on whatever you will add. Nakuha ba? Sige daw, be. Give me a thumbs up if you got the concept na I'm discussing. Only si RJ ang nakaintindi. Okay. So,